Hey everybody. Today we are going to be working on addition based on place value, and we're going to be discussing regrouping and what strategies we can use when we need to regroup. Again, this learning target that we're working with is 2.NBT.5. I can fluently add within 100 using strategies based on place value, properties, operations, and or the relationship between addition and subtraction. So we're going to be thinking about these place value strategies during this video. Again, some important vocabulary we want to remember. Sum is the answer to an addition problem. Add-ins are two numbers that we add together to get a sum, and equal, we want both of our values on either side of the equal sign. They must be the same. So that we want things to be equal because when we add and subtract. Let's get into an example. So we have 29 plus 55. So when we are working with addition and subtraction, there are going to be times where we need to compose and decompose numbers. So that means we're just going to regroup them in different ways. So let me show you an example. So 29 plus 55, we're going to do the same thing that we've been doing when we weren't regrouping to start out. So I'm going to build 29 first with my base 10 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to make my ones like our tens frame that you all worked with. I know you worked with those in first grade. Like that. Kind of the same idea. So I have 2 tens, 9 ones, 55. I'm going to have 5 tens and 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to draw the 5th one, and then I have 5 ones. I'm going to complete this 10 frame idea first in that second row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is a good strategy to use because when we regroup, what we're doing using our 10 frame idea, but I used it right here. Because look at our ones place. How many ones do we have in this ones place? Well, we have 10 here, and there are 4 more, so we have 14. Well, we can't have 14 ones in the ones place. We can only have up to 9, because after 9, what number comes after 9? Is right. That should be 10. So we've made a 10 in our ones place. So what we're going to do is we're going to move these 10 ones, we're going to make them into a 10, and we're going to move them over to our ones place. Okay? So when I do that, I'm going to move them over here. So I'm going to add a 10, and then these are going to go away. Okay? We don't count them anymore because we made a 10, and we took them from the ones place, we moved them over to the tens place, but we still have these 4 ones left over, so we still have to leave those there. So what we do now is we're going to count our tens. Let's count our tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 tens. And now we need to count our ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 ones. So our sum is 84. Again, the thing that's different with this one is that we had 14 ones in the ones place when we added 29 plus 55. Well, you can't have more than 9 ones in the ones place. So we made a 10 and moved those 10 ones over to the tens place to make a 10. We added that 10 right there. And we mark these out because we're not going to count them anymore because we moved them to the tens place. So we're just moving those ones over to the tens place, and we left our remaining ones that were not in the first 10 to get our sum of 84. Let's do another one like that. So here we have 13 plus 78. Let's build 13. 13 has 1 10 and 3 ones. 78 has 7 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you wanted to cross this to make 5, you totally could. 5, 6, 7. And then 8 ones. So again, I'm going to fill in like it's a 10 frame. 3. So I need to count 8 ones in 78. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So again, thinking about my 10 frame, if you want to draw that first before you start filling your ones in, you can. But just know, anytime there are 10 or more ones, you're going to make a 10 and move it over to the tens place. So we can see here that we have 11 ones. 10 of those fit in my 10 frame, so I'm going to move it over here, add a 10, and make sure I mark out on this side so I don't count them. So now we're going to count our tens. How many total tens we have? Let's use green this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 tens, excuse me. And then we have 1, 1. So our sum is 91 here. Again, we regrouped that time because we had more than 9 ones in our ones place. We had 11. So we took 10 of those ones and moved them to made a 10 and moved that 10 over to the tens place, and we had 1 1 left over. We had 1 1 remaining. Another strategy that we're going to look at our totals down strategy again. I like this strategy. Let's split this into, remember, we're going to take our tens and ones. We're going to add our ones together first. We have 5 plus 9. We have 55 plus 29. So 5 plus 9 is 14 because I put 9 in my head. 9, count on 5 more, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then in our tens place, we have a 5, which is 50, and then 2 tens, which is 20. So we have 50 plus 20. 50 plus 20 is 70, because 50 plus 10 more is 60, plus 10 more is 70. And now we're just going to add together 14 plus 70. So I'm going to start in my ones place. 4 plus 0 is 4, and 1 10 plus 7 tens is 8 tens, and we get 84 as our sum. Again, I like this strategy. We didn't have to move any ones over to the tens place, but we kind of, like we did the base 10 blocks physically, because we already kind of did that naturally when we added those together. We put that 10 in the tens place to begin with, because 14 has 1 10 and 4 ones. So this is a strategy that I like, so we can do that. Seems a little bit easier with regrouping. Let's practice one more. Split it, tens and ones. We have 61 plus 29. So remember, 61 is 60 plus 1. 29 is 20 plus 9. Let's add our ones together first. We have 1 plus 9. 1 plus 9 is equal to 10. And then we have 60 plus 20. And 60 plus 20, 60 plus 10 more, 70, plus 10 more is 80. And you can also say it like this. You could say, well, 6 tens, if I'm looking at my tens place, 6 tens plus 2 tens is equal to 8 tens right there. And we know that 8 tens is worth 80. So at this point, we're going to do 10 plus 80, which is going to be 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 10 plus 8 tens is 9 tens, and we're going to have a sum of 90. So just a couple ways we can add our base 10 blocks. We used regrouping strategy. This totals down strategy kind of builds the regrouping into it. But know that we can compose and decompose numbers when we're adding and subtracting.